So hello everybody. So here I'm back from my trip over to the UK, on which I, among others, visited the Beaulieu Autojumble with Ben. We had a great time, and I bought quite a bit of stuff, of which this is a small portion. There's much more which I will show you in other videos. I'll try to keep these ones short as well, so they're enjoyable. So let's dive into it. Most of what you will see will be bought at Bewley's, but there will be stuff that's bought at different locations, and I think a few of those are among here. So starting off, very important and small, this spoon. Now the logo you see is of a Dutch brand of trucks, Lorry Trucks. Now my grandfather drove a truck by this brand for about his whole life. I think he started off with a different brand, and somewhere late 50s, early 60s he became a truck driver in this brand. And he's always owned his own lorries made by this company. Now on the way to Beaulieu, I was complaining to Ben when I was about 17. His last truck got sold that had over 1 million kilometers on it, and sold for little money, and I'm still a bit sorry about that. We should have kept it and preserved it, because we had a family that was in transportation for over 150 years, and that was the last of it. So I think that's a shame. I still think that's a shame, but we found on an English Autojumble, we found a spoon of a Dutch lorry company. So Ben very kindly bought it for me and told me to use it. So I already cleaned it, and I will take his advice on it and give it, and we'll use it from now on. Just big enough. So there he goes. So that was bought at Bewley's. Then I'm working on a Atlas drill press from the 1930s, and I've been working on it for a couple of years, on and off, mostly off, because I was missing parts. Now I've got most of the parts together now, and I got all the parts together to complete it. Last part I need was an original drill chuck. It came with a drill chuck, which is the wrong drill chuck, but used to have a Jacobs drill chuck, and from my measurements it should take the 32 drill chuck, which we bought at Bewley's. So this one, and then I went to another car boot, regular car boot with Ben, and he found this one for just £1, which is a different size, but might come in hand if my measurements were wrong or something like that. And you know, for £1 you can't go wrong, really, can you? So made in the US, quality Jacobs drill chucks, two of those. Then my first buy on, I'm sorry for the sun coming in over here, I hope you'll be able to see. My first buy on Bewley's was this 5-inch C-clamp made by the Proto company. As you can see, quite heavy. I've already gave it a clean, because this was a very dirty clamp. I already gave it a little clean. I'll have to do the corners, and I've decided to sand the bar, which is straight, surprisingly. Sand the bar, sand this a little bit, and I don't know how to proceed further, because I like to leave sort of the forged finish, but it has some rough pitting over here, which I can't sell as to myself, sell as forging. So, but I know if I start sanding on this, there's no going back. You'll be sanding the entire thing, which is a lot of work, and you might be able to just be nice to have this as a user. So if there's anybody that's got any smart advice on how to handle this portion for myself, please let me know. So that's that. I'm gonna try to switch on my lights to see if it helps. So I moved everything around a little bit to get out of the sunlight, because I found it a little bit annoying. So when in the UK, before going to Bewley's, we went to visit, Ben and I went to visit Ron Giesing, which you will probably know of his books he wrote on English adjustable wrenches. Now Ron also has a collection of American tools. He's much more into the early English tools, but he also has a collection of nice American tools, among which was this one, the Diamond Cork and Horseshoe Company out of Duluth, Minnesota, the double-ended 12-inch adjustable wrench. Now, with him being more interested in the American wrenches, Ron was kind enough to sell me this one. And I don't think Ron sells out of his collection normally, or ever at all, but he decided he was okay with letting this one go to me. So I've been able to buy this off him. He also sold me a signed copy of his book, which is very nice, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be able to meet him and see his collection and to actually buy something of his collection. Now Ron cleans his tools using electrolysis, which he did on this one, and then he wipes them down with linseed oil, boiled linseed oil. So they're a bit sticky. This one is okay. Has a little bit of flash rust from laying around, so we'll clean this one up, take some of the linseed oil off just using some mineral spirits and steel wool, and then I will wax it. And according to Ben, this is one of the hardest diamond wrenches to find, so I will leave it the way it is, just a little bit of cleaning. And I'm very happy to have been able to buy this one. Then on Beaulieu's we found this little Eclipse UK made in England petrol handle for just £1. Now you can't go wrong for £1 on something that's this nicely made. And I think it will look quite nice once I've cleaned it with some steel wool again and fill in those parts with some color, blue probably. You can see the nice knurled knot in there, so yeah, I'm happy with that buy. Then on the day after Beaulieu, we went to a steam show, and this is one of the buys of the steam show, which is an oil plug wrench, of course made in the US, and I was very attracted to the fonts that are on there. Now I've already cleaned it a little bit using WD-40 and steel wool. It's the theme of this video, steel wool, and you can see how it came out. So we'll clean the rest of it, and this is a good one to clean before you get it away, because it will probably stay this clean for most of my life, and if you don't, you might end up not doing it again. Then last on this haul is this little vise, and some of you will know directly why I bought this, because Scoutcrafter has done a video, one of his earlier videos, on where he restored, I think, the exact same vise as this is. Now his look much smaller in the videos, but I think he's got quite big hands and I don't, so, but I think it's the same one. So you can see this is made up, so somebody made it, because probably the original wings broke or something like this, so somebody made this. I don't know if it's the best, but I will leave it as is for now. It's been painted, and now Scoutcrafter's one had a number 1 stamped in it, and some writing over here saying 1999, I think, or 1909 probably. So this one doesn't. It's got the one on about the same spot, so I'm pretty convinced it's the same. He tried to do some Japanning on there, so I'll probably, with me being not the most original person on earth, I will try to do a copy of how he did his, but I will leave this. We'll clean it up a little bit, try to make it a little bit more attractable, but I will try to make it look similar to his. So yeah, part 1 of my UK tool haul. Thank you all for watching. I hope you leave a comment. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if there's anything I'll be able to do better other than sorting out the lighting issue. Alright, thank you. Bye.